What's up, guys? This is going to be an analysis for my subscriber Ryan, a good friend of mine as well. We're going to be analyzing some Falco versus Marth from the Marth perspective, which should be decently interesting. This is a matchup I feel I know a decent amount about as I play it, at least from the Falco perspective, and have at least thought about what Marth is supposed to do. I also have a decent secondary Marth. I've done a lot of theory crafting, blah, 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 blah. And Battlefield is a good neutral stage for us to be at to learn a little bit about the matchup. So I'm excited to see how it plays out. As you guys know, I always like talking about starting positions. I think it's like openings in chess. It's a little bit of fun. So in general, what Falco should be looking to do here is do a drop-through laser, because what you can do as Marth is do a run-off fair, and he can't really react to you doing a run-off fair, so if he tries to contest center stage, you kind of just hit him. You've seen, there's this like really funny video of Mewtwo King and Dr. PP. Mewtwo King just stands there for like 10 seconds, and he runs down and fairs, and he just combos, kills PP0 to death or whatever. So yeah, a lot of Marths are going to try to do that. Other than that, you can try to short hop off and actually reach him that way. But again, it doesn't work that effectively, because at that point he can react to you short hopping off, and then he just like backs up, shoots a higher laser or something like that. So this situation, I usually take as Marth. I think I'm just trying to establish some ground control and get closer to Falco. So let's see kind of what happens here. So he does immediate run off side B, and you hesitate on your option, so you end up getting hit by this, which is a little odd, but I mean, that's okay. Already kind of going for this dash attack here. What I want to see at lower percents is making sure that you're not taking on too large of a risk. Because I think one of the things that makes top tier characters top tier is the fact that they can take such small openings and push them really, really far. Fox hits one shine, which is just this one frame move, right? And boom, he can jab reset you into a big thunders combo, into whatever. Or if you're Marth, he can, wave shine you, do whatever. Falco gets one shine, one down air, one aerial or something, and he takes you into a combo to death, right? Marth gets one tipper fair, one grab, one down tilt. He gets you off balance one time, one knockdown, and it can be really, really pushed to like potentially even a stock. So doing things like dash attack or like big forward smashes when your opponent's at 0 right away, I would kind of say to shy away from for the most part, unless you have a decent read. And since this is game one, feeling a little bit weird about that. Like I said, I'm just bringing this up right now. I'm not saying that the dash attack is going to be something that's going to be happening the whole time, but it's something to look for when we get a little bit further into the match, because it's just something that I noticed already. Because like wake up dash attack's a little risky. You try to do, I believe, a take laser jab here, which actually would have been decent. Yeah, take laser jab would have been decent. He was slightly too close to you. Let's just look at the spacing here really quick. This isn't 60 frames per second, so it's going to be hard to directly tell. But yeah, so he's decently close to you right here. I would say this is the spacing. Maybe you can get a jab out here, but a dash back or a shield is kind of like required here if you can't get the jab. What I would do if I was you in this situation, or if any of the Marth players out here are watching, lab out the distances in which Falco can approach you from before you can actually get this jab out. Because the jab is really good at setting Falco off of balance. It's also unreactable again. So when it messes up his movement, he has to like already be like considering that as an option and be ready to act out of it. And a lot of Falcons are not. You jab them and they like freak out, and then you grab them and then they die, right? So it's like a decent idea, and you held down during it, which I like. I don't mind the grab either. That was a really nice take laser jab. And a decent approaching nair too. Be a little careful about how far you're drifting in with your nairs. If you watch Zane, what you'll notice is a lot of times at the end of his nairs, he'll do dash forward nair, but he'll pull it back right at the very end. Falco does the same thing, or Mango does the same thing with his down airs as Falco. He'll pull it back at the last second. It's just to make sure that you're not ending up too close to him, right? Because if he crouch cancels here, if he actually shielded this or something, he might be able to reversal you out of this situation. So be a little bit careful where you're landing after the nairs, but for the most part, I like what you're doing. It seems like you're decently comfortable taking the lasers. Nice nair in place, too, and you would have been able to fair if this laser hit you. The Falco wants to be shooting slightly higher lasers, but jumping over them like this and doing something that blocks the incoming attack is actually really good. So I like what you did there. You went for a read on the tech in place, got the dash attack, but I think he held down, right? Is that what happened? Yeah, he held down and you get hit by the get up attack. Just be prepared for that kind of stuff. Ooh. Okay, so this is something that's decently important. So Marth's dash animation is actually like pretty precise the way you have to manipulate it. So you dash forward here. Oh, you went for a dash attack again. That was the problem. Yeah, so either you dash too far in here, which a lot of Marths are going to do, but as soon as you dash back, just take a look. This is your animation, frame 1 as you dash back, and then you go into this animation. So if you're all the way forward over here, you can actually snap up and then instantly be here very quickly. So just keep in mind that if you even dash forward, it's such a strong bait. This is why dash dancing is so important for Marth, because you can dash back so efficiently and be super far away from Falco once again. But you went for a dash attack here. Again, this is kind of that, like, you don't really have to go for that large of a read. Doing a lot safer aerials, dash dancing in the corner, dash back out of take laser, doing aerials in place, that sort of stuff is kind of what you want to be doing a little bit more often against Falco. I would say that up tilting is like kind of, it's like high risk, high reward in the right way. I feel like dash attack doesn't really work out enough of the time in the situations that you're doing it for it to be like that high of a reward, if that makes sense. You get up thrown, don't DI the lasers correctly. So you can SDI up and away here, and you'll just never get hit by anything, but you actually just hold to the left, is what it looks like. Okay, I'm just looking at this very really quick. So you get off the ledge with kind of like a late-ish fair, which is decent. He ends up hitting you for it, though, and then you miss your tech here. Let me just look one more time. Yeah, so actually, like, the hesitation in the movement is the biggest problem. So you L-cancel this fair, and then you shield, then you let go of shield, then you cancel your guard off with a jump, and then wave dashing under the nair is actually a tactic. You could have wave dashed under this nair if you moved quickly enough, but you didn't. So your two options were here, either wave dash immediate or hold shield, and you got stuck in between the two, and that's why you got hit. That kind of hesitation is what's going to get you killed. Let's just watch it back one more time so you can see what I'm talking about. Yep. So a little unfortunate there. You also DI out right there, and you could have DI'd in to live, but that's okay. Trying to almost call a roll there. See, these dash attacks are way too committal. I like that. Nice. So you just got to make sure you carry this as hard as possible, right? This has to be either an up air or an up tilt or a nair forward smash, potentially too. But just getting one up air out of this is like the saddest thing in the world, right? If he's not doing slide off DI, most Marths should be killing in this situation. So just being really consistent with your up throw punishes is going to be really important. Up throw forward smash, a very classic combo. Really nice job taking advantage of his DI too. I actually really, really like that. But how did you get this grab? So he just whiffs something coming down. You guys get put into a scramble situation. You outrange his shine. So like you don't want to have to put yourself in those situations all the time. Because like at worst, this situation where you up threw him on the platform, then did this up air, this should end with him coming down in a bad position where you can shark him again. But you kind of like messed that up, messed this up, and then just kind of went for an option in the scramble, right? Just make sure that you're hitting your tech skill consistently, you're hitting your punishes consistently, and thinking about how to end your combo in efficient ways to where your opponent's still in a bad position. Again, the dash attacks. I get the dash attack can be good occasionally, but just raw in neutral when they have full access to all of their movement is pretty rough. And then you hesitate afterwards again. We can just look at this really quickly. So you go for this dash attack, which is like, at least you're trying something. I can say at least like you're pretty bold in the fact that like you're going for something and you're not just sitting here. But then after that, you kind of just, you either miss your dash back here and it looks like you input it too soon, but you don't even buffer a walk. You actually just turn and stand, and then you dash into him and then get hit by the shine, right? And it's like these little sequences, Marth's dash is so precise that you really have to make use of your movement economy, right? The amount of frames that you have to move. And if you're like missing the timings of your dash back by like 10 frames, which it seemed like you kind of just stood there for that long, then like that kind of stuff can get you hit, you know what I mean? So be really, really careful. And I like, honestly, you see PP like practicing his down tilts and his dash backs and his wave dashes on his stream or whatever. This stuff is really, really valuable. I can't say that it's like the only thing that you should be practicing, and I don't know if necessarily he's like practicing everything to be like tournament ready. So, you know, I think he would be practicing a lot of other things too. But like all of this stuff is really, really important. So make sure that you're getting down your movement sequences, action to action, very fast. Even right there, there's some hesitation too, right? Forward smash, you shield, that was good. So right here, you stand still, then dash. Okay, I don't mind the nair. So I feel like you can get a little bit more off these situations when you're close and jabbing. I don't mind the jab. It's a little unconventional, kind of cool. But like Zane would just run up grab here immediately after this fair, for sure. And then just like take the stock probably, right? Fair, this is amazing. You catch him out of the air. You're actionable, he's not. You have frame advantage. He has like no way to deal with you right here. Run up grab is like going to be broken right there. So just make sure you recognize the situations where you can get larger punishes instead of just like put yourself into the scramble. Didn't seem like you even handled it too poorly, but now you're in the corner. You went for a counter, didn't quite work out. So it's like if he did approaching laser there, that would have worked, but he is actually just being really patient and not wanting to approach the corner. And then is this just you? Yeah, you didn't DI the up throw correctly again. Like I said, just SDI up and away. You can react to the throw, so you can actually SDI these on reaction. And it's actually not that hard. The method that I use to do this is I just wiggle up on the 3 top coordinates, just like the northeast, north, and northwest coordinates. I just wiggle between those, and then I hold up on the C stage. And then the lasers just eventually hit me, and I go super high up, and Falco isn't able to hit me. You still get sharked, which is a little unfortunate, but you don't die like this. Okay, invincibility. He jumps up. You probably could have at least attempted a swing at him here, because you're going to drop through. You should, like, drop through up air right here, and that definitely actually would have hit him. Ooh, you get a really nice late up air, though. That was great, too. You could have either... because the thing is, dash dancing right here gives up the option if they tech roll to the right. So you're generally always giving up one thing if they're laying on their back and you're not crouching. That's like a general rule you can follow. Since you're dash dancing right here, you kind of give up the tech roll to the right. So I would have liked to see you crouch, but this is actually a really nice bait. Then up air, up air. Ooh, nice nair. I like you getting him off the stage. This could have been an up air right here. It looked like your forward air is just slightly too slow. I actually don't mind your idea, though. But if you had up aired right here instead of forward air, that would have been excellent. So everything on this stock has been my favorite that you've been playing so far. Okay. This is a situation where you have to think about risk-reward, right? So calling him out coming down from the top platform. A lot of top-level Marths are just going to dash dance right here, and then Falco shield drop aerials, and then just gets whiff punished with a grab, and then you, like, reverse fair dare. Boom. Wow, Zing's so cool. And then the only thing Falco can really do to contest that effectively directly is by doing a shield drop laser. And then even then, you can dash back into the corner. You can take laser jab. You have all of your take laser options still available to you. You just have to be ready for it. That's one thing that a lot of top level Marths actually aren't that good at, is being ready for the take laser after the shield drop laser from the top platform. But contesting here with a short hop aerial is decently risky because he can come down on top of you. You can also dash attack if you really want to contest this. And now here I am telling you to dash attack, but this is one of the moments where like you really low profile when you dash attack, so him doing a laser and aerial is really difficult to hit you with. So you can just come in, swoop with the dash attack could be really effective too. Or just coming in with a shield, because you have to think, look how early he does this aerial. Imagine if you run up shield and then grab this, boom, you kill him, right? So just take some calculated risk here. Ends up killing himself, a little unfortunate. Gonna take a sip of water. Sorry. I'm dying. I'm not actually dying. Wow. I'll have Echo take that out of the video. That's so funny. You've got to think about it. I've been drinking water for 24 years. I still don't know how to do it. Okay, let's back up. He kills himself. How do you handle his invincibility? What I'd like to see is either you go to a platform, you start doing some wavelandy stuff, you get close to him, you dash through him, or you go to the ledge. You do some wavelandy stuff. Nice. So coming down here with Nair is just never going to be more effective than actually coming down here with Fair, right? So Fair would have come down really nicely on top of him and actually had like potential to combo. This Nair really never had potential to do that. So this is like something, again, that seems like decently unconventional that you're doing and potentially cool if it hits and then you like read the option afterwards or something. But like just run off Fair here would have been really good. He's coming to center stage. Boom, you come down on top of the Fair, grab, big combo. But instead, just because of your move choice, look, all of this is happening. He gives up control a little bit here. You do dash forward. You do take laser. What happens? Sorry, the option happens so fast because it's not 60 frames per second. Take laser. You were already in the middle of your dash back. And it seemed like you kind of just stood still. Potentially buffering shield right there could have been really, really good. Just because of how close he was again. Sometimes you have to take those kinds of risks. And the thing is, so here's the thing too. is that people talk about take laser shield as if it's like a bad option now, but the thing is it's just a different option. So if he wants to connect this to beat take laser jab or take laser dash back, he needs to aerial immediately. And what beats immediate rising aerial? Shield, right? So here he is coming in with the earliest downer of all time into the corner, so you can beat out your other options. If you had time to get out your shield here, which I think you did based on his execution and how far away he was, also he chose down air instead of nair, you probably could have gotten your shield out here, shield grab him, down throw, and killed him, right? So take laser shield is definitely an important option for you to still consider. Just pointing that out. Okay, bad edge guard from him. I like how you did the the shield here on the laser into immediate aerial in place. That was really good. Not really able to get anything off of it. Again, this was like a little bit more decent of a mix-up. It's like you aerial in place into immediate dash attack, especially with the way he was dash dancing right here. But he ended up coming out at the same time. So you're like kind of playing a read-based style in neutral here, and so is he. He like did this approaching laser on a without lasering in place first and limiting your options. And you kind of just went in with the dash attack. And like neither really worked out, right? Decent air dodge. Tomahawk Shine. That was a really difficult timing to be prepared for. But I mean, this is just what happens when you're incredibly limited in the corner. You had to eat a mix-up right here. That's the thing. It's like, oh, do I roll? Do I attempt a shield grab? Do I wave dash back to ledge? Do I jump out? Do I do an aerial out of shield? And then like he jumps at you and you're thinking, oh shit, what's he gonna do? And then he does a Tomahawk Shine at an interesting timing. It's like, that's really hard to be ready for. So I don't blame you for getting hit there. I really like this though. Nice. So call him out. Nice. You shoved him to the corner. The thing is, this grab is a little greedy. I can see why you thought it might work. He actually reacted really well to the fact of him getting hit with a down tilt. So potentially just like going forward here and then wave dashing down and then dash dancing to bait something like this back air here could have been really, really good. Going for the down tilt immediately isn't going to combo. Like that down tilt to grab is never going to combo. So you're just kind of expecting him to like hold shield or panic after you hit him with the down tilt. So the better and better players you play against, the less that's going to work. But I can see why you went for it. Get the up tilt, dash dance outside of the range of that. Forward throw down tilt. Okay, so the neutral B is definitely way too committal of an option here. You definitely just want to down tilt again here or do multiple jabs. And then as soon as you see the air dodge, you pivot grab, forward throw again. That's the rinse repeat. You always pivot grab. As soon as you see air dodge, pivot grab. Always pivot grab. So doing the neutral B, calling out like either a jump timing or a side B or something, just not going to work out a good percentage of the time for you. I love everything you did, though. You had the up tilt, and then you dash dance outside of the range, and then boom, forward throw, DI in, you hit him with the down tilt, perfect, and then just unfortunate. And like the thing is, the neutral B is so committal that you actually got whiff punished. You got shined. So let's see this. See, that was actually really, really good. I loved this. So you're just taking your time dash dancing here. He comes down. You see he just drifts back, and you take space. I really like that. And the nair just happens to get beaten by the back air, but that was actually really good. This is, again, potentially why you might want to prioritize forward air a little bit more, especially when approaching in situations like that. You go for the nair here, and that one actually like should have worked based on your spacing. It's actually crazy. I think he, because the thing is, yeah, barely hit you before you actually hit him. So a little unfortunate. I don't mind the idea there. So you read the tech in place. Okay, good up air, good up air. Based on your positioning here, you were directly below him, already committed to a jump, and he went top platform. And then you got this late up air. I like it a lot. You could have pressured this double jump way harder, though. Okay, so you got to just imagine, like, you up air here, and he double jumps. Why don't, like, what's he going to do? Shine or something? Like, I would full hop and then up air here, just on the timing of him coming down. And then if he shines, it's like, well, you up tilt after or whatever, like pressure him coming down after he shine stalls. But he has no double jump, so he's going to have to come down. You giving up the situation, going back into the corner is probably the worst thing for you to do there. Not that there's a lot of bad things to do, but like putting yourself in the corner when you had advantage is like not what you want to do. Okay, take laser jab. The one dash attack works out here. You actually get under the short hop laser. He does dash back laser, and you just get under it. So that was really, really solid. This, again, is like what I would consider another good time to do this. It's like you threw him off balance and were close enough to him where it had the potential to hit. Even here, though, like, I would say that it wasn't going to work out that high percent chance of the time. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible idea. Maybe wave dash forward, down tilt, and just shoving him to the corner would be a little less committal, and then also just kind of get the same thing done, like you did on the right side, actually, when you wave dash out a shield and then did that down tilt. But the dash tech, I mean, it worked. It's not a bad idea. Nice nair. I like the spacings of the nairs on a couple of the ones that you're doing, because you're aiming the backside to catch him jumping off, which is actually really nice. And then this one was just poorly timed, but the idea was kind of similar here. You positioned it so the back end was going to catch him falling down. Okay, so the take laser, this is the exact situation I talked about with the take laser from the top platform here. So the nair didn't work out. You take the laser, and what happens? You tried to jab, but were way too slow. I actually think you had time to jab here. But just, like I said, Marths just aren't good at doing the take laser options from this laser specifically. I don't know why, but you guys could definitely get better at this situation because you were just a little bit too slow. You could have dash back, pivot grabbed here. You could have shield grabbed him here. You could have jabbed here. What he did is actually pretty bad. You definitely could have like punished him to death. Down tilt, jab, counter. He should be dead. Fair. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. So you won the match, right? Let's see how you got this grab. Just really quick. Air dodge. He whiffs a grab. Oh, no. So, down throw, down tilt. He jumps back. You jab on reaction to the side B, which is great. Counter. Forward air. And then, yeah, this is just an up B, grab the ledge, and then you win the game. Ah, so unfortunate you up B in the wrong direction. Wow. If he held on to ledge here, you were actually dead too. So he won the game because you no longer had to jump and you were drifting in. It's okay. You get a knockdown. Nair. Okay, decent. Gotta make sure that the timing... Like, I really think that you would benefit a ton from just working on your punish game off of up throw, like on side platform. Timing your up airs correctly has been a pretty big problem for you so far. Like, your neutral is so interesting. It at least has nuance to it, which is really cool to see. And you're going for some decently unconventional options. I feel like maybe Rusty's like shown you a couple of these things, but your punish game is severely lacking, which is kind of odd because normally it works the other way around. But yeah, let's just see this. So you nair over him. Yeah, a little unfortunate, not spaced that well. So this is what I was talking about before, where like if you drift in these nairs, and this one's from the ledge, so it's understandable. You could be more patient off the ledge, by the way. You're almost coming off immediately every single time. But if you drift forward, they have a chance to reversal you out of shield. So you have to be careful about that. Yeah, so he just read the timing of your double jump here. You definitely could have fallen farther, then double jump later and up beat, but he just read your timing because he wanted to double jump sweet spot the ledge, but he already had it. So, I mean, that's just kind of a tough situation, especially because you got hit all the way over here. You could have also double jumped early, but then you would have been susceptible to like a short hop double jump back air from Falco. So he had you in a really tough spot. But it all kind of happened because you were too quick off the ledge. Refresh a couple times, take your time. Do slightly safer options, like fair off the ledge is going to be a little bit better for you. If you do it really late, like fair into shield could be really good. Ledge dashing, working on your ledge dashes could be really good. But yeah, the overarching themes are like, don't go for too many committal things at low percents. When I saw the first dash attack, I thought that it might have just been an accident or something, but it actually came up a lot, which was really interesting. And then the other thing too is just your punish game. Your punish game needs a good amount of work. If you handed the controller to Zane, I really like this. Captain Faceroll described this to me one time. But if you handed the controller to Zane, every time you got a grab or a knockdown, this guy gets 3-stocked every time. And so, like, if you literally just think, if I just become better at punishing, I 3-stock instead of lose this game, that's insane to me. Like, I promise you that would have been the case. But yeah, think about how to juggle a little bit more effectively too. Take advantage of your opponents when they don't have their double jumps. Make sure that your action-to-action sequencing is quick. Make sure that you're doing all of your actions quickly enough after the previous action. And just pay attention to Falco coming down from the top platform and dealing it with more effective maneuvers, and be prepared for that shield drop laser that he does. But if you have any clarifying questions, feel free to ask me. If anybody has any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.